Bro, UFC has no good fight cards coming up, but the news is going crazy this week. So allegedly, UFC fighters have been taking falls and they've been getting bribed to lose fights on purpose for the sake of gambling. And bro, this has been going crazy this whole week. Been seeing a bunch of memes on Twitter talking about previous fights that took falls. And honestly, guys, after this news coming out, I think it's safe to say Cyril Gane got paid off to lose to John Jones. Charles Oliveira clearly got paid off to lose to Ilia Topuria. And a whole bunch of other fights. Bro, Kevin Holland, biggest, most sus fighter on the roster right now, given this new information. Bro just lost to Daniel Rodriguez, bro. Big D-Rod. He loses to him. He looks terrible that fight. I mean, he's clearly getting paid off. Bro, this news is going crazy. Apparently, Jason Herzog is prime suspect number one when it comes to the refs in terms of fight fixing. I guess him calling off a couple fights too early makes him look real sus. Him letting people go into the next round, even though the fight looks like it should be stopped. There's a couple instances of him doing that. This is not a good look for him. And just this past weekend, guys, we had a fight where, bro, Jesus Christ, where is it? The fight, literally right before the actual fight happened, the odds completely changed. It was Dulgarian versus Deval. Bro, Dulgarian comes out, looks like he misses takedowns on purpose, fights like complete cheeks, lets himself get subbed in the first round. Keep in mind, this guy's an elite grappler. He looks really good in every other fight. All of a sudden, right before his fight, he comes out here, or right before his fight, the odds get changed. Bunch of money comes in on him, and he throws the fight. I mean, blatant fight fixing, if you ask me. And then we have Dana out here saying that they got news of this. He talked to Dulgarian. Dulgarian said, "No, why would I do that? I'm going to come out and beat this guy." And he thinks that puts him in the clear. Bro, insane operation strategies in the UFC. You get a call telling you that somebody's fight is getting fixed. You ask the guy, he says no, and they're cleared to fight. Genuinely insane behavior coming from the face of the UFC and Dana White. Absolutely crazy. And in other news, Ronda Rousey putting her name in the headlines. Bro, she came on Bert Kreischer's podcast and she just started talking, bro. She just started saying things. She says people only love Khabib because he left too early. He never reached his limit, because otherwise, if he had reached his limit, they'd be saying he's nothing like all these other old fighters. Well, bro, she's talking about her own experience. A lot of people hate on her because she's genuinely just an unlikable person. She has a decent resume, but bro, if you've ever heard her talk, she's insufferable. If you guys ever saw her on Tough, on The Ultimate Fighter, bro, a dirtbag. She's a disgusting human being, bro, and she just sucks as a person. Salty loser. She just sucks. And honestly, it's a shame that she was the one that got so much success, because so many other decent people in the world that could be successful, and she was the pioneer for women's MMA. Piece of garbage, human being. But bro, how is she gonna come out here discrediting other people? She, after talking down Khabib, She says Joe Rogan is just a fan, and then Bert Kreischer said, no, he's fought before, he's done Taekwondo. She proceeds to say Taekwondo is not fighting. But you know what's crazy? I remember Holly Holm putting her out cold with a Taekwondo kick, man. Isn't that funny how things work? Bro, Ronda Rousey, another reason why she's such an unlikable person. Look, I may not like Joe Rogan, but saying that Joe Rogan is not like an expert in the sport and he's just a fan with a following, that's insane to be saying, bruh. He's been in the UFC since almost the jump. He's practically one of the voices of the UFC. There's a couple other, there's Bruce Buffer, old commentator who I don't remember his name, but he used to be super popular. He's in the old UFC games like UFC Undisputed 3. And she's just gonna come out here and slide him, calling him a fan. Crazy take from Ronda Rousey. Bro, I'm telling you, she was just hot take after hot take on this podcast. And she was just yapping, bro. Like, she just needs to shut up and get out. Not even mention the sport, bro, because she's honestly just damaging her own reputation, bro. Anytime anybody looks back at Ronda Rousey's career, they're just gonna be like, they're gonna realize how like sleazy of a person she is, how much she sucks. It's better for her to just shut up and let the history books remember her as the pioneer of women's MMA, because that's the only thing she has going for her, bro. Flopped in the WWE, got smoked in the UFC back to back, and threw tantrums after losing the fights. Honestly, she just needs to stay out the headlines and let history take its course, because she is not helping herself, bro. But yeah, guys, that's what's been going on in the MMA world this week. I'll be coming to you guys with my predictions for Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown either tomorrow or the day after. So look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about the whole gambling situation and Ronda Rousey's comments on Khabib and Joe Rogan. And make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.